Hi everyone, welcome to my channel HeyYou Positive One. Here we dive into the lives of real people who inspire us to dream big and stay unstoppable. Today's story is about someone who started young, faced judgment, criticism, and pressure, but rose above all that to become one of the most successful and admired actors in India. This is the incredible journey of Alia Bhatt. Alia Bhatt was born on March 15, 1993, into the famous Bhatt family. Her father, Mahesh Bhatt, is a renowned filmmaker, and her mother, Soni Rajdan, is an actress and director. You might think success was handed to her, but her story is far deeper and more powerful than just being from a film family. From the beginning, Alia was drawn to art and storytelling. At just 6 years old, she appeared in her first film, Sangharsh, playing a young Priti Zinta. But her real break came years later, and it wasn't easy.
What most people don't know is that she faced rejection early in her career. Before Student of the Year, she auditioned and was told she needed to lose weight. That could have discouraged anyone, but Alia took it as a challenge. She transformed her lifestyle, trained hard, and showed incredible discipline, setting the tone for how she'd approach every challenge in life.
In 2012, Alia debuted as the lead in Student of the Year. The film was a hit, and Alia became an overnight sensation. But not everyone was cheering. Critics and viewers called her just a pretty face, questioned her acting skills, and labeled her a product of nepotism. It hurt, but she didn't crumble. Instead of reacting, she responded. With hard work, she enrolled in acting workshops, learned from coaches, and prepared herself to prove she was more than just her last name.
Alia said, "I don't want to be perfect, I want to be real." This became her mantra, embracing her flaws, working on her craft, and growing constantly. Behind the scenes, Alia was quietly working with some of the top drama coaches in India, learning body language, dialects, and emotional layering, building herself from scratch like a true student of the art.
In 2014, everything changed with Highway. Directed by Imtiaz Ali, the film gave Alia a role that demanded raw emotion and vulnerability. And she delivered. Her performance won hearts, awards, and most importantly, respect. From there, she gave back-to-back powerful performances in Udta Punjab, Raazi, Dear Zindagi, and Gully Boy. Each role was different, each a challenge, and each one crushed the image of just a pretty face. She transformed herself again and again, mentally, physically, emotionally, becoming a symbol of dedication and excellence.
Motivational takeaway. Criticism doesn't define you. What you do after the criticism does. Raazi was especially powerful, not just for her acting but for how she prepared. Alia studied the emotional pain of women in conflict, learned Urdu diction, and worked silently for months to perfect the role of Samat, an Indian spy. That level of commitment is rare.
Even after her success, Alia faced intense trolling, especially after a TV appearance where she fumbled a general knowledge question. The internet was ruthless. Memes exploded. People mocked her intelligence. But instead of hiding, she owned the joke. She laughed with the world, even released a funny video titled Genius of the Year, poking fun at herself. Why is this important? Because in today's world, people break under judgment. But Alia showed emotional strength by turning negativity into self-awareness and confidence. She's also spoken openly about dealing with anxiety and stress, a reminder that even successful people battle inner challenges.
Alia said, "There's no shame in saying I'm not okay. What's important is I do something about it." She also started practicing meditation and journaling, emphasizing mental health as much as physical success. This helped her stay grounded, focused, and emotionally stable even under massive pressure from both the media and her own expectations. In 2022, Gangubai Kathiawadi took her career to another level. Alia played a bold, fierce, and emotionally layered character, and she nailed it. People called it a performance of a lifetime. She wasn't just acting. She had become a symbol of power, voice, and transformation. Despite doubts that she couldn't carry such a demanding role, she silenced everyone with her performance. Motivational takeaway. Never let anyone decide your limits. Keep showing up. Keep growing. You never know when your breakthrough will define you forever. Did you know? Alia stayed in character for weeks, studied real-life accounts of sex workers, and committed deeply to the emotional intensity of Gangubai, crying off camera too. She gave her soul to that role. The film became one of the most talked-about movies globally, even screening at the Berlin International Film Festival.
Alia isn't just a successful actress, she's also a smart entrepreneur. She launched her own eco-friendly kids' wear brand, Edamama, proving her dedication to sustainability and creative leadership. She started her own production company, Eternal Sunshine Productions, and co-produced Darlings, a bold and powerful story. In 2023, Alia made her Hollywood debut in Heart of Stone, co-starring with Gal Gadot, stepping onto the global stage. She's also the first Indian global ambassador for Gucci, representing Indian talent on an international scale. All this by the age of 30.
Alia once said, "I'm not a product of what the world thinks I should be. I'm a product of what I believe I can be." Alia is also an investor. She believes in women-led startups and supports environmental causes. She's quietly building an empire of influence that goes far beyond cinema. In 2022, Alia married actor Ranbir Kapoor and welcomed their daughter, Raha, later that year. She spoke about how motherhood changed her, made her softer yet stronger. She continues to balance her roles as an artist, entrepreneur, mother, and inspiration, all with grace and humility. She keeps learning, unlearning, and evolving, reminding all of us that success is not a final destination but a journey. Her story is also one of quiet discipline. She avoids controversies, stays away from negativity, and focuses on progress, a rare and inspiring trait in today's loud, judgmental world.
Alia Bhatt's story is not just about movies or stardom. It's about resilience, self-growth, reinvention, and emotional courage. She was doubted, dismissed, and trolled. But instead of quitting, she worked harder. She turned pain into power, criticism into confidence, and pressure into purpose. So if you've ever been told you're not good enough, or if you're struggling to find your voice, remember this: you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going, like Alia. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe to HeyYou Positive One for more such motivational journeys. Let's keep learning from the people who prove every single day that growth, not perfection, is the real goal.